Nick Suzuki is the best forward that the Montreal Canadiens have had in over a decade and a half, and honestly, that is incredibly sad. Tonight, Nick Suzuki did something that a Montreal Canadiens player has not done since 2008, which is put up an 80-point season. Thanks to a slick move on an assist to his fellow star and potential 40-goal scorer Cole Caulfield, Suzuki now has 81 points in 75 games this year, meaning not only has he secured an 80-point season, but he needs just one more point to ensure a point-per-game pace over the course of an entire season. And as you can see, the last player who did this for the Montreal Canadiens was Alexei Kovalev, who did it back in 2007-2008, which means that there are legitimately people in America who are driving now who were not alive when the Montreal Canadiens last had an 80-point player. And you know something else that happened for the Montreal Canadiens back in the 2007-2008 season? Carey Price made his NHL debut at age 20. That's right, that means in his entire 15-year career, Carey Price only played on a team that had an 80-point scorer on it one time, when he was a rookie. He won the Hart Trophy as MVP the same number of times in his career as he had an 80-point player on his team. Just think about how sickening that is for a goaltender who's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. The Buffalo Sabres, who have not made the Stanley Cup playoffs in 15 years, have had 3 different players put up 80-point seasons: Jack Eichel, Tage Thompson, and Jeff Skinner. The Arizona Coyotes had an 80-point player just a few years ago with Clayton Keller. But this is the big one. This is the kicker. I was disgusted when I read this. Before tonight, the Atlanta Thrashers had an 80-point scorer on their team more recently than the Montreal Canadiens. Not the Winnipeg Jets, not their franchise. The Atlanta Thrashers, who have not existed since 2011. In 2008-2009, they had a 91-point player in Ilya Kovalchuk, which means that unless Nick Suzuki goes Super Saiyan and puts up 9 points in his last 7 games, the Atlanta Thrashers will still have had a 90-point player more recently than the Canadiens did. That is disgusting. I finally understand why Canadiens fans get so sensitive when you say that Nick Suzuki is only the 12th to 16th best center in the NHL. It's been so long since they've seen a good forward on their team. Now that they have one, they have no idea how to react.